We're back for the next round. We got one more thing to do and then we're going to be done. But I don't even know what accent this is, so don't ask me because I don't have a clue. I'm just kind of, it's just kind of being made up as I go along, but I was just trying to keep up the accent, thing going, and I didn't want to repeat. So whatever this is whatever this is. Don't ask me. But page 464, chapter 48, Donald J. Trump. He was born in 1946 and dash. Okay, because he's still alive, so there's no ending. He's our president right now, obviously. So, learning to be a leader. And again, I don't know what accent this is, so don't make fun of me because it's just coming out. Whatever comes is what comes. So here it is. Donald, it's time for you to learn how to discipline yourself, his father told him. You are 13 years old. That's old enough to go to the New York Military Academy and begin growing into a responsible young man. So his dad thought he needed a little bit of help, a little bit of guidance, and that's what he decided to do. Donald Trump grew up in a wealthy family with his father, mother, and 4 siblings. As a child, his extra energy often got him into trouble at school. And again, I love this because these leaders that we're talking about, many of them started off struggling. So just because that's your thing, you struggle at school, you struggle in this subject or that subject, doesn't mean you can't do great things and make great strides for history. So look at those things and think, okay, how can I use them for God's glory? That's the most important thing. His extra energy often got him into trouble at school. His father's decision to send him to a military academy taught Donald about being a leader. By the time he graduated from the military academy, he had worked his way up to captain and was in charge of a group of other students. After college, Donald began working for his father's real estate company, buying, selling, and building hotels, skyscrapers, and office buildings. He became president of that company in 1971 and became very wealthy. Becoming president. Before we do get to that, let's go down to the important words and important names. Republican and Democratic. Those are the 2 main political parties in the United States. When people are voting, it's either, there's other, but those are the 2 main ones that we look at. Then immigration is entering into a country to live there permanently, to stay as a citizen. Important names: Donald J. Trump, obviously, the 45th president of the United States and the oldest person to become president of the United States. So let's find out about becoming president. In 2015, Mr. Trump announced his plan to run for president. In 2016, he came out ahead of the other Republican candidates to run against Hillary Clinton, the Democratic candidate. So like we said, they're the main political parties in America, Republican and Democratic. Many believe that Mrs. Clinton would easily win. She had worked in politics for many years, while Mr. Trump had never been a politician. However, Mr. Trump's slogan, "Make America Great Again," helped him earn votes from Americans looking for a better future. On Election Day, over 130 million people voted. As the votes were counted, it became clear that Donald Trump would become the 45th president of the United States and the oldest person to become president. Getting to work. Mr. President Trump, with the help of his cabinet and those who agreed with him in Congress, quickly began working to keep the promises he had made to the American people. He started by calling for the end of the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, also called Obamacare. He began working to stop the ISIS terrorist group. President Trump decided to change tax laws so that he could help businesses to grow. President Trump also worked to change immigration laws that control who is allowed to enter the United States from other countries. He asked Congress to approve a large amount of money needed to build a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. He made many decisions affecting America's relationship with other countries. In June of 2018, President Trump met with Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, a country which has not been a friend of the United States. It was the first time that leaders from the 2 countries had met face to face. North Korea and the United States had never met together at all, face to face. The 2 leaders discussed ways that they could work together to avoid war in the future. During Mr. Trump's first year in office, the United States and the world experienced several natural disasters. Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria caused major damage to the southern states, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the Caribbean. California wildfires burned more than 500,000 acres. President Trump, along with many individuals, sent help when powerful earthquakes damaged Mexico, Iraq, and Iran. Several hundred people lost their lives because of these disasters. The Kilauea volcano on the island of Hawaii has been active for many years and is one of the world's most active volcanoes. In May of 2018, a larger eruption caused a lava flow that destroyed over 600 homes near the volcano. The lava flowing into the ocean added at least 1 mile of new land to the island. Not all Americans have agreed with the decisions of President Trump. It will be important to continue watching the changes in America over the next several years. Only time will tell if America will look to God for the help that only He can provide. Third grade, we don't look to men. Men are going to make mistakes, and men are going to fail, and men are going to struggle. So we look to God for that help. And what did we say yesterday and the day before? We said we pray for our leaders. We pray for those who are in charge, because we have no idea what it's like. We have no idea how difficult the job is going to be for them. So we pray for them, we lift them up to God, and we let God be in control, because He obviously is anyway. So just bonus fact, President Trump's son Barron was the first boy in over 50 years to live in the White House. The last boy that lived in the White House was John F. Kennedy's son, way back. So over 50 years. All other recent presidents had daughters. It's not that they didn't have kids, it's just their sons. They had daughters, or their children were already grown and out of the house, living on their own. They weren't living in the White House. So he's the first boy to live in the White House in over 50 years. Just an interesting fact. All right, now that I don't know what that accent was or where it came from or why, I'm going to get back to my normal me, because I don't know what that was. But anyway, the last page, 468, what will you do? In the introduction to Our American Heritage, you read that history is the written record of what man has done with the time God has given him. That's what history is. What man has done with the time that God gave. This year, you have learned about many people God used to build and grow America from a brand new country to the modern nation it is today. You yourself are a part of history. That's what I've been telling you. You are a part of history. You have an opportunity to change your world for the better. The history makers you have read about in this book were ordinary people. They weren't some super person who all of a sudden went on to do greater things. They were boys and girls just like you. That's what Xavier Riddle says all the time, right? They're boys and girls just like you, just like me, okay? Ordinary people who had the courage to make a difference. As you continue to grow and learn, you are preparing for your future. How will you take your place in the history of America? What are things that you can do to make a difference in America, in our country, in our world? What are some things that you are going to be saying, you know what, this is what I'm interested in? As you were reading through history, you're like, oh, I'm interested in that. Oh, that would be fun. I think I would like that. I really liked this person. Well, study more about them. Get to learn about them. Some of these people that we talked about, they studied some of the people that they thought were interesting. And that's who they tried to emulate. That's who they tried to act like and to be leading like. And so you can do the same thing. Put your picture right there where it says, place your photo here, because you are a part of history, of American history right now. What things are you doing to make, this country, this world a better place? What are things that you're doing? Well, third grade, that's it. We're done. We're officially done with everything. It makes me want to cry, but I'm not going to, because I'm just proud of you. We did it. We finished. We finished strong. We got through this year, even though we had this craziness happen. And I'm sad I wasn't with you, but just knowing that you're on the videos and watching and staying strong and staying with it to the end makes me so proud. You deserve an awesome summer, and I hope that you go out and just love it and have a wonderful, wonderful time and stay safe and healthy and well. But I'm proud of you. You did it, and go out and continue to make a difference. Let the Lord speak to your heart. Don't forget the things that you've learned. Continue to grow and be strong and do what you need to do, because this lady right here is proud of you. And I want you to go on and do great things in history, in the world, in your lives for the Lord. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I'm going to miss you so much, but I'm proud of you, and you deserve to give yourselves a wonderful, wonderful summer. My heart, my loves, thank you for letting me teach you this year. Thank you for letting me be with you, and I loved it all. And I just wish you all the best. I love you, I love you, I love you so much. See you, love you, bye, bye, I love you, bye.